as Texas, as Macon, Georgia. So a lot of people are able to get in on the fun.
Yeah, not too many things make me jealous. I'm pretty content in my life, but I'm having a hard time and regretting. Like, I just want to go back. Can we go back 24 hours? And can I try to at least, like, view them?
Exactly, because I didn't even try, really, if I'm being honest. I was here later last night, and then I was just going to bed because I had to be here early. But I do regret that we missed out on it. But hopefully we'll get another chance.
We'll hopefully get another chance tonight. Let's start you off with a quick forecast across the country here, because there will be some areas dealing with the clouds clearing. So maybe you'll have better viewing conditions if everything is in place for tonight.
Yeah, check out this. We do have a storm that we are still tracking, and that's going to bring with it some gusty thunderstorms here throughout the afternoon, right through Ohio, pushing into western Pennsylvania, western New York State. Now, I'm not going to rule out, again, some of those gusty thunderstorms, as well as some small hail with these storms as well. So be on alert. Keep your eye to the sky. Keep your eye on the AccuWeather app as we continue to track these storms throughout the day.
There's another storm that is brewing across the Four Corners. This is eventually going to sweep farther south and east here and bring the return of heavy rainfall across Texas.
Yeah, unfortunately, though, we've had some very active weather. The potential for another foot of rain to fall on parts of northeastern Texas next week, prompting renewed flooding, while other portions of the southern United States will still see rising rivers and streams.
And this comes after storm clouds gathered and unloaded tremendous rainfall that triggered flooding in northeastern Texas multiple times this spring. That will renew flooding in some areas and even trigger flooding in places that have dodged the recent surging waters.
All right, we'll get you right down to it. Let's start you off with the weekend.
Let's take you outside now, or should take you onto the map right now, and look at the ongoing flood warning. So the difference between a watch and a warning: a watch means the ingredients are there for that specific type of weather to happen, in this case flooding. A flood warning means there's still ongoing flooding, especially into. So on top of that, we're going to be dealing with more heavy rain moving on through. East Texas, you're dry right now. You're getting a little bit of a light easterly wind moving on through. North Texas, so that's where we've seen the thunderstorms firing up and lifting a bit farther north here over the last few hours. And some more comfortable here throughout our day on Saturday with a little bit of lower humidity. Some of those thunderstorms continue over the next couple hours. Most of those will be into North Texas. And you can see the spin here of our next system that's going to be bringing rounds of heavy rain across East Texas again as we head into the end of the weekend. Before we get there, though, I do think some thunderstorms, not only will we be dealing with heavy rain in these thunderstorms, but some of these thunderstorms could also have some pretty gusty winds. So I'll show you our severe weather risk in a second. Before we get there, let's talk about this slight risk here for excessive rainfall. This would be, bad case scenario if things had already been dry recently. This could already bring flooding, but from there, because it's not stopping this weekend.
Unfortunately, Ariella, we just have to continue to track the instability, the irritation in the atmosphere over these next few days well into next week, as we are tracking those storms dumping some very, very heavy rain at times, and that's going to exacerbate some issues that we're already seeing in parts of the South. I am going to point those out to you really quickly, where we do have some heavier rain right into next week. That is going to unfortunately cause some problems, or at least not help the situation, as we are still trying to recover from all of the detrimental flooding that we've had already this spring. Now, last week, or for next week, you can see where that heavy rain is setting up. If you look at our legend here, it's where you're starting to see those oranges and those reds right across the Gulf Coast. That's what we're expecting, some of those heavy.
It's that time, and big story number one, parts of the Northeast damp and dreary, others seeing a nice fair weather day.
I know, I'm jealous of you guys a little bit closer towards the coast.
Number two, a nice weekend. It was a nasty start to the day across Florida yesterday, as this was the front that we were following. That has sunk in way farther south, so with that, lower humidity has returned. We head into the north central, where same thing as the Northeast, some dealing with a lot of sunshine. The closer you are to the Great Lakes, cooler and rainier.
Yeah, that's where you're going to see some action today.
Here, what that's doing is bringing in all that moisture, so more rounds of heavy showers and thunderstorms. Could even have some gusty, damp